Hi Aquarius, welcome to my reading. So today we're going to have a look at your messages for your love, general portion, and your career and finances. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to have a look at the last week of May for you. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to have a look at your love situation. So Spirit, what is the current love situation for my Aquarius? Let's get a clue so we know whether this is for you, whether this is your message. Spirit, what is the current love situation for Aquarius for the rest of the month of May? So what is Aquarius' current love situation? So we've got finality, differences, divorce, breakup, not looking back. Okay, so it looks like somebody's going to be ending something. There's ghost. So someone might have ghosted you. There might be no contact between you at the moment. Someone might have just disappeared and just went cold. And then we've got obsession, holding on, clinging, can't let go, anxiety. So what I'm getting is, now whether this is you or someone that you might have been dealing with, it looks like someone's made the decision. There might just be no contact at the moment. It might have just stopped out of nowhere. Maybe someone just ghosted, left you on read, or you might have done this to someone. But what I'm getting is whoever this person is that has ghosted, who's made the decision to end this situation, the other person is very much obsessed with them. There's a lot of kind of anxiety that they're having. It's a bit of a kind of desperate energy. So if this is you and someone's done this to you, then, if you were hoping that things will improve, things are going to get better, the kind of clingy energy might be what has driven the person away potentially. So what you want to do is bring that focus back on yourself. Don't give away your energy to someone who's not giving it back to you. That's what I want to say, but we're going to have a look to see what the tarot says. Okay, so Spirit, what are the messages for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May? What is the love situation for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May, please? So if this is you and you have ghosted someone, you're just done with that situation because someone was just maybe too clingy or too needy, just know that they are very much obsessed with you. Okay. So we've got 8 of Wands reversed, which again, this is talking about either blocked communication or things have gotten really stagnant. There's just no movement forward. It's just kind of it's just at a standstill. Things are not really going anywhere. Then we've got 8 of Pentacles. So whoever has ghosted the other person, they're now very much focused on their finances. They're just diving into work, trying to, forget about this situation because to them it's just done. So maybe they felt like this was affecting their work. It could have been kind of a distraction, and now they're thinking, right, I need to get my head back in the game. So this is what this person is doing, while the other one is just fully obsessed there. And then we've got 3 of Cups. So again, if this is you who's decided to end things, you might be focused on your friends, the people that you already know, your kind of close circle, or you might just be already dating other people. You might be getting to see what else is out there and just having good times, not really getting tied to anything, but very much kind of forgetting whoever this was in the past. And again, if this is you, the person who has been ghosted, that you might even be finding out that this person has started seeing other people. So again, this is your confirmation. Don't be stuck on this person. Don't hold on to the idea that somehow they will come back, because ultimately, do you really want someone like that who won't even tell you honestly, who will just ghost you to kind of send that message that way? and you're kind of left with not even knowing what the situation is until you maybe find out from other people that they're already moved on. So again, take it as it resonates. There will be some kind of truth coming out. So this is what I'm getting about the dating other people. Again, if this is you dealing with other people, this person who's obsessed with you will find out, and yeah, they're not going to be very happy, but ultimately that pain of finding out will help whoever, whether it's you or the other person, move on. So that's what I got for your love situation. I don't really think that's there's much more needed to be said about this. As I said, if you're worried about the person that's obsessed with you, once they find out, maybe you will be the one who ends up telling them, if they're blowing up your phone and you tell them, listen, I'm sorry, but I don't see this going anywhere. I'm seeing someone else. That will be the moment when they will stop kind of being hung up on you and maybe see what else is out there for them as well. So you're probably better off letting them know. But if you won't, they'll find out from someone else. So now let's have a look at your general messages, Aquarius. So Spirit, what general messages do you have for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May? What general messages do you have for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May, please, Spirit? So let's see. So we've got White Rabbit. We've got a headache. And we've got sap. So with the White Rabbit, what I'm getting is that you might be going through a spiritual awakening. There might be a spark of curiosity about something new. If there's been something that you may have been getting messages about, whether it is starting a new hobby or finally start your side hustle or project, anything that it is that you've been getting some kind of nudge to do it, this is your time to do it, to heed the call. There might be some kind of research needed to be done, some kind of learning, so you get to the level where you know how to do things. It might just be part of that kind of learning curve of, as you get started, as you're progressing, you will have to learn a few things, but there will be some kind of curiosity for you that will lead you to it, and it will be something that you enjoy doing, you enjoy learning, but ultimately it will be really good for you. It might have been something maybe like a realization that you might have, something that you may have found out that you want to know more about, where you might be kind of looking into things. This could be anything, any kind of truth, I don't know if there's any conspiracy theorists. Maybe there's, a conspiracy that you're looking a bit further into, and you might end up going down this rabbit hole. But it will be something that you're curious about that's going to kind of spark you into doing something. And what it will do is it will kind of open your mind to new things. You'll be looking at things a bit differently. So this might just change your point of view at the world, at life, how things work. And it will be something that will kind of enlighten you in a way. With the headache, what I'm getting is you might be going through some kind of illness. You could have the cold, or just not feeling that great. Your body might be telling you that you need to slow down and you need to take care of yourself. Now, I know that in most parts of the world, it's coming to the summer and it's getting warmer, but I've dealt with something like that myself recently, which is why it took a bit longer for me to post these videos. I know a lot of people actually have been dealing with some kind of colds and some bugs and things, and you would think, now that it's getting warmer, how do we actually get a cold? But it still happens. It could be the temperature changes, lack of sleep, overworking, just burning yourself out. And what it calls for is, taking the moment to yourself, getting some rest, slow down. If you need to catch up on sleep, to have a good night's sleep, go to bed earlier. Don't always put everyone first. Don't always think, oh, this has to be done, because some things can wait. If it's cleaning your house, doing this or that, if there's someone else who can help you with it, ask them to help you. If there's someone else that you're living with, they should really be helping anyways, right? But if it is yourself, just give yourself a day. You know, the dishes or the laundry, it can wait one day. Sometimes it's a bit, it can be good to let go of control for a moment, especially if you are the type of person who needs to always have things done always when you need it. This is your body telling you you need some rest. Okay, don't burn yourself out. Now, I don't really read much into any kind of health, but if there is something that is not getting better or something unusual, you might want to get checked out, go to see your doctor. Some tests might be needed because you might find out something that needs to, you know, be taken care of, something that may need your attention. Now, it might not be anything serious. It could just be, I don't know, if you're feeling tired more often than usual, maybe you should check your iron levels. You know, maybe you're deficient in something. It could be some vitamins, minerals, whatever it is. But if it's something that's constantly happening or something that just doesn't feel right, don't hesitate, go see your doctor, because if it's nothing, at least you'll know and you'll have that peace of mind. But if it is something more serious or something that needs to be addressed, the sooner you know, the sooner you can address it and then feel better. All right. With the sap, what I'm getting is, so this is a flow of energy, vitality. It could be some resources coming in. It could be wealth. I mean, sap is like getting that flow of something, isn't it? So now this goes with the health message, that if there is something that you need to deal with, something that you need to look at and address in terms of your health, once you do that, you're going to feel the positive change. You're going to feel the life force flowing to you again, and you're going to feel a lot better. So this is what I already said, that you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, don't ignore things, okay? Especially if you have been for example, feeling down, depressed, anything like that, you know, maybe you haven't really been going out, felt isolated, you want to make sure that you get some help, because that's going to ultimately make you feel better and you're going to have a better quality of life. So you remember, you only have one health, so you want to make sure that you take care of it. Okay, so let's have a look at what the tarot says. Spirit, what general messages do you have for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May? What general messages do you have for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May, please? So we've got 5 of Cups reversed. Then we've got Page of Pentacles reversed. And then we've got Temperance reversed. Can we get one more? And then we've got King of Swords reversed. Okay, so there's a lot of reversals. But on the bottom of the deck, there is a Page of Cups upright. So what I'm getting is there was something that you were disappointed about. It could have been some kind of bad news that you might have gotten in terms of, it could have been a job. Maybe you were waiting for a callback for a new position that maybe didn't work out. It could have just been something, maybe a situation that hasn't worked out, apply it where it fits. You've gone through that kind of grieving, you've gone through that sadness, but now you're starting to see a way forward. It's okay to feel sad when things don't work out, whether it's a love situation, you know, being sad about something that you wanted that you know, that didn't work out for you. It's okay to spend some time in that feeling and feeling it, but don't stay there, okay? So this is what I'm getting, that you're starting to accept that, okay, this just hasn't happened. Okay, what else can I do? Getting that kind of more positive outlook for the future and looking ahead with a bit more positivity. There might have been some forgiveness that maybe needed to take place. So if this was like a relationship that maybe, something ended and you had to go through that heartbreak, through that pain, but now you're seeing, okay, that person was maybe too immature, or they weren't really kind of long-term commitment type of person, or maybe they just weren't the partner for life that I would like. You're seeing that now from the point of view of, things didn't work out, but that's good because, can you even imagine being with this person forever? Probably not. You might have dealt with that sadness with, some self-indulgence. You could have been maybe drinking too much, or just drinking if that's not normally something that you do, or kind of typical watching movies a lot, sad movies, crying, eating lots of ice cream, whatever helps you. But what I'm getting is that now you're kind of getting over that. Yeah. If it was a work situation, then what I'm getting is that the fact that this work didn't end up working out for you, the fact that you didn't get that position was a good thing, because there would be a lot of imbalances in terms of maybe, you would end up working too much, so you wouldn't get that kind of work-life balance. You would end up going home late, overworked, and you would not have any energy for anything else. You would ultimately end up unhappy there. What I'm also getting is that if you got bad news about something that hasn't worked out for you, it could be because what you were missing is there was something that you didn't have enough. And at first you're looking at it as, oh, boohoo, poor me. But now you're realizing there was something that you need to focus on, something that you can improve. Maybe you need more structure in your life and, be more focused on. So for example, if you're wanting a job in a specific field, maybe there's still some more learning to do. With the Page of Pentacles, which is someone that maybe doesn't know enough, you just might not have enough skills to be fit for that position. So instead of looking at it from the point of view as being sad and poor me, look at it from the angle as to, what can I now learn? What can I focus on that will give me those skills? So in the future, when I apply for the similar position or the same job, I will be able to get it, something that will give me those skills that I need. Yeah, so if you have a plan for your future, any goals, look at what you can learn, what you need in order to be doing that, and make sure that you make a plan, that you focus. The King of Swords is very kind of mindset based, right? It's a lot of thinking, it's intelligence, it's knowledge, it's learning as well. Not the king, he already knows everything, but the pages. So this is where you want to get to go from that immature, unskilled apprentice to the king that knows everything. What you need is structure, you need a plan, you need that focus. So look at it from that point of view. Take away all those distractions that would keep you out of balance, anything that has been distracting you and pulling your attention away from this. Make sure that you put the work in, and that way, ultimately, you can get some good news. Because although Page, again, is something young, so you might be young at age, if you're looking at maybe your future career, you might be deciding what kind of university or school, or what your next steps in life will be, so you can get to where you want to be. Page of Cups can be a bit of a dreamer, idealist, very kind of head in the cloud. So make sure that you ground yourself, and that as much as you're thinking, dreaming about what you're going to be doing one day, I'm going to be a doctor, then make sure that you do the things that you need to do in order to get to that level, okay? Nobody becomes a doctor just by dreaming about it all day. It takes a lot of work. So make sure that you're ready, that you're prepared to put the work in it so that you can actually achieve your goal, your dream, and then live it. All right, so that's what I get for your general message. And now let's have a look at your career and finances. So let's see, Kipper. What messages do you have for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May? And if this message resonates, then I would really appreciate it if you like this video. And I would love to hear in the comments where this applies in your life. It's always great to share because the messages can apply to each person differently. So I would love to hear that from you. So what career and finances messages do we have for Aquarius for the rest of the month of May, Spirit? So we've got the wealthy man. We've got great fortune. Now the same messages came out for Libra. Then we've got courthouse. And then we have despair. Okay, so with the wealthy man and the great fortune, what I'm getting is there was something that you thought, you know, things were going maybe really well for you. You might have been getting, you know, good money, whether this is a job, whether you're employed or self-employed. Something was bringing you a lot of abundance, but there might be some kind of dealings that you might be stressed about, whether this is, you know, some kind of legal situation, or it could just be maybe there's, if you're working for someone else, maybe you're aware that they're currently making some kind of decisions that may affect you in the future going forward, whether this is, you know, it's kind of the period where everybody's discussing pay rises. So it could be, you know, maybe you're worried about, am I going to get enough money? Are they going to let me go? Am I going to keep this job? So I'm going to get a message for this. So what is the despair? What is the outcome, Spirit? Can you give me a message for the outcome? Okay. So I've got change, mature woman, and marriage. So whatever this is that you're worried about, what I'm getting is that if this something doesn't work out the way that you want it to, it might end up making you want to move on somewhere else. If that is the case, you will have taken a lot of experience from whatever this is that you have been doing up until now, and it's gonna be really good for you moving forward. So it's gonna help you get to a better position, to a better place. If you decide to stay, then things will work out. It might just take some time. There might be some person, someone older, that might let you know that there is maybe someone else is hiring. They might let you know about a position that might be perfect for you. So what I'm getting is that if this is something you working for someone and you might be considering switching jobs, then there will be something better for you. Again, if you're staying, or it's not to do with, you know, you leaving a place, but if you're, for example, self-employed, whatever it is that you're dealing with that is stressing you out, it's gonna go well. So what I'm getting is it could be you might even get a promotion, but if it's not like a legal situation, but it's more someone making a decision about your future in that position that you're in, what I'm getting is there's nothing to be worried about. So if it's like a temporary position, for example, and your contract has ended, you know, or a contract like a temporary period, or it could be a probation, you will get a contract. Okay, so that's what I have for you from Kipper. Let's see, what does the tarot say? What career messages and for the finances do you have for my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May, please? Spirit, what career finances messages do you have for my Aquarius? So we've got Queen of Pentacles and a Wheel of Fortune. So there's some kind of stability. Things were going well, but there might be there will be some kind of sudden sudden news maybe that's happening. I'm not going to clarify. But yeah, so with the Queen of Pentacles, this is very much like it could be self-employment. It is usually describing a business person. So this is letting me know that this is some kind of business thing. And I mean, Wheel of Fortune can be a lucky thing, but it also is just a change in your life, something that could be life-changing, karma, anything like that. So with the Tower, which is usually something just comes out of nowhere, and it might seem like a bad thing, but the Tower isn't always a bad thing. Maybe there's something that wasn't fair, or you felt like wasn't fair to you, but there might have been a lot of competition. Maybe you felt like, you know, someone chose someone else over you, and you thought, you know, I have more skill, I have more knowledge, more experience in this field. Let's see. What is the Tower, please? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there is something that you've put a lot of work into, thinking, you know, things are going to go well for you. Maybe this was a promotion. Maybe you have applied and someone else has applied. You know, usually more people apply, and maybe you got the news that whoever the other person, you know, someone else got it, and you just feel like this wasn't a fair decision. What's the Five of Wands reversed? The Magician. So what I'm getting is there could be a situation that maybe at first you didn't get, you know, you got the bad news of saying they chose someone else, but something's going to happen. There could be some kind of conflict, some kind of argument, maybe, for example, this other person that was given the position maybe discussed the pay, you know, is this going to give them what they wanted? And maybe they had a different figure, different idea of what this job would pay or what this job is about. And then they found out that it wasn't exactly what they wanted. And what could happen is they might quit, or they might choose to stand down and not take that position. With the Magician, because this is very much like bringing things into existence, right? It's a manifestation power, as you have the skill and the resources. So what happens is whoever the person that was chosen first was, whatever, something will happen, and ultimately they will choose you. If this isn't something that the other person would leave that position or the promotion, maybe they will take it and they decide to stay there. What it's telling me is, instead of looking at it as a bad thing, try and see what, if you can, for example, speak to this person, try and see what it is that they have that you didn't. What can you learn from them, and use that as a good thing? You know, use it for as a chance to better yourself, so that when a position opens up or anything that you could use, you know, some kind of opportunity for you to step up, learn from this person. If they can guide you, maybe you could shadow them, or, you know, spend some kind of time with them to learn more that you can apply going forward. Take that chance. Don't put yourself in that ego. You know, it doesn't really help you in anything. What ultimately does help you move forward is if you look at it from the realistic, from the honest point of view. Okay, there's, you know, maybe I have good, strong basis into what needs to be done, but maybe I'm lacking something else. For example, if this is a work with people, maybe like a customer-based job, maybe you have the skill and the knowledge for the practical thing, for the technical thing, but maybe your people skills are not the best, and this is something that this other person could teach you. Be open to that and be open to learn, because ultimately this is then how you can manifest, how you can bring that new position. And what do you know? Maybe you get even a better position that this person had. So don't be stubborn. Try to be open and, take feedback on board as well. Try and learn and find this as an opportunity, to better yourself, to learn more and to grow, because ultimately growth is what moves us forward. Okay, so that's what I have for you for your career and finances. And the last message we'll do is your spirit advice message. So, Spirit, what is the message that you want to give to my Aquarius for the rest of the month of May, please? What does Aquarius need to hear for the rest of the month of May? One thing I also wanted to say was, even if this person is not stepping down, or you might think, maybe they'll leave it, try and learn from them while you can, because if they do decide to step down later, then you would be the next one to take their place. Basically, this is what you want to do, because you don't know when that will happen. It could be there, it could be maybe there's going to be similar position in a whole new place, but make sure that you learn from that person, because they were the ones who got chosen for the position. Take it as, okay, it means that they've got the skills, they've got the resources, they have what it takes to get to that place. Learn from them as much as you can, okay? And back to your spirit advice messages. So we've got let go of fear, and then we have practice patience. So let go of fear, courage, trust, faith, freedom. So what I'm getting with that is, again, if you were worried about something, or your fear was stopping you from taking a step, whether this would be going to see a doctor because you're worried about what results you're going to get, or starting a new job, or leaving the place that you're in because what's going to happen, what if I'm not good enough for the new position, whatever it is, whatever it applies, let go of that fear. It's a self-limiting belief. So same way as you can tell yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, or what if this happens, you can flip it to, what if things go well? What if I find out that things, everything's okay, and I will stop stressing? Go to the doctor, go get your results, because regardless of what the outcome will be, the sooner you know, the sooner you can address it, and you ultimately get better chances of dealing with it in time before things could get worse. If it's a new job, take the skills that you have and you can apply them going forward. It means that you might get even better position than what you were doing. You might have more money, job that you enjoy more, that has better benefits. Ultimately, whatever it is, let go of the fear. Stop putting those limiting beliefs on yourself and apply that positive thinking. Have courage, because ultimately, what if things go well for you? What if things will improve? Now, you can try and find out, or you might regret not trying for the rest of your life and always wondering, what if? It's your choice. And then practice patience, waiting, enduring, perseverance, trust. So that again goes with, if something isn't happening for you, something isn't coming when you want it, or you feel like things are unfair, or other people are getting more than what you're not getting it, but everyone else is. Be patient. Sometimes it could be that things are coming, you're just not seeing it yet, but behind the scenes it's coming. Ultimately, you might not see just now how all the steps that you're taking now are preparing you for something and ultimately leading you to where you want to be. It just takes a bit time to get there. So have faith, because if you want something and if you focus on it and you take the steps to achieve it, it will come in divine timing. It might not be when you expect it, but it will come when you're ready for it. All right. So that's all I have for you. I hope this helped. And if you can, like, share, and subscribe. And again, if there's anything that you want to share with me, how these messages applied, I would love to hear it in your comments. Now, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.